Hi everyone, it's Anja here. I'm back with another video for Ophelia Crafts, and today I am making a Thanksgiving card for my friends, my subscribers in America. So I will show you first what we're using and then I'll show you the card. So we have got the framelets, leaflets dies to go with the vintage leaves and the light-hearted leaves. These are my two favorite stamp sets at the moment, and I've been using them in practically every card I've been making. So vintage leaves, and then here this sentiment from the light-hearted leaves, because I thought that would be perfect for Thanksgiving. So with that, like I said, the dies, because since I've had these dies, every time I've made a card to do with you know, with the leaves, and I used a mat underneath a panel, a decorated panel, I've been cutting out the leaves out of that panel. So there's a bit missing in the card, you know, sort of I'm taking it out, but nobody notices, and I've got a box full of leaves basically. So I have been choosing some to use in my card. And we are also using this, the Woodland embossing folder, a very popular embossing folder. Yes, it's been on back order, but I think it's back in, so should be okay. Now, this is the card. Ta-da! It is a wreath. So it's a 6x6 card, which I don't normally do. And it's a wreath in the shape of leaves, which I cut out from my box. And then two of those I have embossed in gold to make it stand out, and then the sentiment in the middle there. I have also embossed the background, so that's what we are going to do. So I have here a crumb cake. This was this is 6x6, so 12 by 6, scored at 6. So that makes a 6x6 card. Then I have a Blackberry Bliss panel of 5 and 6/8, yeah, so that fits just there. And then I have a crumb cake, which is 5.5 by 5.5 inches, or better in centimeters, as we've got the thing here. It's 15 by 15, and the panel is then just under 15, so 14.5, and then this panel is 14 by 14, right? So that's imperial and metric measurements for you there. So that's going to go on there, and this one is the one that we're going to emboss in the embossing folder. So just put it in, and because your embossing folder is 6x6, you can actually do this. See, it takes it. So I'll be back in a second. So here I am, and I've got the panel embossed, and we are just going to take crumb cake ink, and this is my sponge for crumb cake. It doesn't look like crumb cake on there, but it is. And I'm going to just tap off the beginning, and then very gently I'm going to go over the tree so they stand out a little bit. Not too much, just so that they stand out. So they see that's a bit too much, but it'll be covered up. Quite a lot of it will be covered up anyway, so it should be okay. I just want a little bit of. If you take off the first bit on your sponge, that's always the harshest bit, I find, and that sort of helps you get a softer you know, effect. There we go. Soften that up a bit, and in the because you will see the bottom and the corners really well, so you'll need to make sure that those are done nicely. Okay, so that's our panel done. Now I am going to take my trusted golden syrup pot. Yeah, I haven't taken anything out. That's too much effort. And I'm just going to put it in the middle here. Is there a pen in there? Yeah. And I'm just going to go around with my pen, making a circle there, just so that I have the outline of my wreath. Now I have some like I said, I have a box here full of leaves, and I've chosen some here. So I am going to put them in the sort of in that kind of position, so that I can see what it is going to look like. Try to avoid same colours together, obviously. That would make it a little bit too, you know, boring, basically. Oh yeah, see, that could go there. And also I try to avoid the same leaves together, but you can't always do that. Yes, I'm not using the bigger leaves because your circle isn't that big, so that's where we're at the moment, and I like that. What I generally do when I do something like this, and I sort of, you know, you have to compose something on paper, I take a picture of it with my phone, and then when I come to actually gluing it together, I can just look at it on my phone. So we'll have a look at that later on. Now, I've chosen these two, and because I cut them out in readiness, because I didn't know what I was going to do with them, I now wanted them embossed. So I have embossed them after I've cut them out. I have to say it's easier to just do this on a piece of paper, you know, first I mark it, put the powder on, emboss it, and then cut it out, than doing it like this, because obviously once you've got it like this, there's nothing to hold on to. So I had to be using a tweezers, you know, to hold on to it, and I had to do it really carefully, not touching the gold powder. So I was holding it like this. So yes, although I've saved the paper from another card, it wasn't so easy to emboss it in this way. So think about that when you're doing it. So I have here some Blackberry Bliss, and I'm going to use my anti-static embossing buddy. There we go. And I have my Versamark. I've just re-inked this as well. Did you know you can get re-inkers for this? Because a lot of people just keep using it and using it, but it does run out as well. So I have just re-inked it, so it's nice and sticky. And let's... It doesn't matter, obviously, whether or not you do it upside down. You can turn it around later, but it's just a habit, really. And now let's get a scrap piece of paper, which you folded in the middle. Let's just put this away. And then I put my... Oh, there's a bit of dimensionals backing falling out there. I generally do this, and then I move it about a bit on there, so the embossing powder can stick to it, and then I try and get as much as I can back in the pot. I flick it at the back, and I think that's okay. So let's try and get all this back in the pot. There we go. And close it up. Yes, very important, close it up. Oh my word. Okay, so I'm going to emboss this with my heat gun. Don't worry about the volume, I am going to put some music on, so enjoy watching it. See you in a mo. So, did you see how quickly it turned? It's brilliant, isn't it? There we go. Now I've got my decorative label punch, and it fits really nicely in there. Just fits. So all you need to do really is make sure that it's reasonably straight. I can't tell if it's straight from from a side. Let's just yeah, okay, and punch. Now you could actually also have taken this from this panel here, okay? So easily you could have taken quite a few out, so, you know, that would have saved doing another piece of paper. I had another piece, so I might as well have done it like this. Right, so let's glue things together. Okay, so we are on our way to making a Thanksgiving card, and I hope that you're having a nice Thanksgiving, that you're getting together with family and friends and things like that, and having lots of turkey to eat. Okay, so I'm looking forward to my turkey at Christmas. So I'm sure you've been looking forward to your turkey at Thanksgiving. Right, so let's put this on first, so we've got it in position, because otherwise you might end up, is that in the middle? Yep, in the middle. So there we are. Then the biggest one first, that one here. And I'm not too worried about the stems of it. It didn't bother me, so I wasn't going to, you know, try and hide it or anything. Then let's put this one here, like that, a little bit in there, so it does hide the stem a little bit. And then have this one here. I've got my other card here, so I'm just you know, seeing to see what I did on the other card and trying to mimic it, basically. Yeah, like I said, normally I would do a picture of it on my iPhone, but obviously my phone is filming. So that's not a possibility at the moment, I'm afraid. That one here, like that. And then here, that one, and then this one there. And then we have two of them left, like that. And those we're going to put like this, and we'll tie a ribbon around there. So I'm just going to move these ones in, because they can, if they will let go again. I think I will put this one on here. This is quite an easy one, actually. I mean, and like, you know, if you do have got these like I have, it's a quick card as well, because I've got the box full of leaves, so you might as well just, you know, use them, find a use for them. And I did it with doing this, and yeah, I really like the effect of the gold veins on the leaves. I could have done it to all the other ones as well, although I think possibly that could have been a little bit too much. So I like the sort of the gold effect in the corner. And this is a bit of, see, I had some linen thread, but look, it's almost finished. And then I had that burlap ribbon, and I just untangled it. No, that's lace. That wants to be in the picture as well. I just cut one side off and untangled it and used that. So let's use this. Is a bit of that burlap ribbon that I found. See, I'm grateful for all the things I get. I use everything that I can. Any scraps, anything, anywhere I can use. Oh dear. Okay, there we go. And let's just get that. Yep. It is, of course, a short bit, so we need to be very dexterous with our fingers. Where is the end? There. So there we go. I think I folded it double, so I just need to cut this in half. Right, so then we need to attach this to our card, of course, and this card I did in this direction, but I think this time round I'm going to do it in this direction. There we go. And of course, don't forget to do your inside. So you can emboss the inside as well, put some leaves, but I'm leaving that up to you. Okay, so let's glue this down. Did you see I put quite a bit of glue on the other panel, on this panel, because obviously it's embossed, so it needs a little bit more glue than you would expect normally. There we go. So I hope you enjoyed this card. Let me know if you liked it, and let me know what you're doing for Thanksgiving. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.